Hey everybody,
What's going on?
I'm Teresa,
And I'm Ronnie.
and we're the Traveling Gilberts.
We're coming at you again with another cruise tips for first-time cruisers.
Things that we probably should have considered.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
Maybe so. Yeah, today we're talking about mistakes. Now, we've done the don'ts on a cruise, the don'ts. You know, that's a little different. The mistakes that first-time cruisers make.
Right.
They make them.
What's the mistakes, baby?
Because they don't know. They don't know what to do.
I don't know either.
And one of them is booking the wrong cabin.
Ooh.
You booking the wrong cabin.
Yeah.
I don't want the motion of the ocean, but you get in the front. Oh, I don't want to be loud and hear some engine noise. I'm on the bottom in the back. I'm up under a casino. I'm under a whatever.
Yeah. Check your ship
nightclub.
out for sure, because you want to know exactly where your room is going to be located and what is below you or above you. If you're on a balcony, you're probably okay. You know, upper deck's probably fine. But,
right.
So where have we booked that was probably a mistake?
Well, people say mistake is by the elevators. I don't believe that. I believe that the elevators is fine. I've never had that kind of problem with a lot of traffic, what do you call it? Hall traffic. or
Right,
whatever.
right. Now, if you're one of those that you really just want to rest during your vacation, you're going to spend a lot of time in your room, which I can't imagine on a cruise you would. You may not want to, but we never even notice it at all. I
No.
mean, by the time we get back to our cabin, we're dog tired. We go straight to sleep. We take naps too sometimes.
Yep.
I've never had any issues, any problems.
Yeah, like I said, choose what you want to do. If you want to look out at the ocean, you're a little claustrophobic or whatever, get you a balcony. There's all kinds of different things. But anyway, that's what I would say. One of the mistakes is choosing the wrong room for you.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
What else
we
we got?
next?
I got other stuff.
What you got?
Packing your doggone travel documents in your checked luggage. Now, you going to talk about something that's going to mess you up is if you put your doggone passport, your boarding pass, or any of that kind of stuff in your checked luggage.
Surely nobody would do that.
Oh, it's mistakes has been made. And they crying over to the side with Mr. Porter guy.
Yeah, put them in
Don't
your
do that.
purse, in your pouch, whatever. Carry them in your hand. Well, I don't know about that either. Whatever you need to do to make sure you can get to them quickly. Also, when you're in line and they're like, take out your boarding pass, take out your boarding pass.
Take it out.
Yeah, take it out, take it out. Don't wait till you get right up to the little guy and go, oh wait, I gotta find my boarding pass.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. You gotta have it out.
And that kind of goes hand in hand with anything that you're actually going to need. You need your boarding pass. If you got medicines you have to take at a certain time, you have all these different kinds of things. Do not put that kind of stuff
Yeah,
in your
carry
check
it
luggage.
on for sure. We usually carry on one outfit and our medicines and the boarding stuff. That's it. I mean, typically that's it. And sometimes we don't even carry on an outfit, but and then of course he keeps his camera equipment with him.
Right.
They will be tossing your stuff around. So just FYI, if you have computer, camera, whatever in your checked luggage,
Make sure it's bundled up. good.
yeah, because it may not be like you might not get it like you left it. Put it that way.
Maybe not. But
Yeah.
what's another mistake? I'll tell you what another mistake is. You want to know?
What?
Drinking too much in port.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Everybody does it.
You get off the
Everybody
ship,
does it,
a
man.
lot of them go to Cozumel, and they go to the Senior Frogs. Well, that's just a drink, and you mess around, miss your ship. Or mess around and drink so much that you miss the rest of the day. Or you're not feeling very good
Or-
the next day.
Or you end up on the Cruise World's videos for pier runners. Don't be that person.
Yeah. And
Don't be
everybody
that
laughing at
person.
you forever.
Forever and ever. Yeah, the ship will leave without you.
It will.
Do not think they won't. They will leave without you. So you have to keep your wits about you, or at least have somebody in your group that is going to have their wits about them, that you trust. Because that's a huge mistake. Don't be that little low girl that the three guys are having to carry back up to the ship. Don't be that.
Well, like I said, it's not only that, you missing part of the rest of your night on the cruise. You may not feel good the very next night. You
Yeah.
want to enjoy yourself.
These
but-
ports are a lot of fun, and there's a lot to see.
Yep.
I understand if you young, whatever, and if you old, whatever, and you want to get your drink on, that's fine. That's fine. Just don't drink too much.
Yeah, well, and another thing too, this is heat we're talking about. It's some crazy hot heat.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Yep.
But get your drink on. Don't I ain't telling you not to do that. Just don't drink too much. Which kind of leads me into another thing. You know, you're talking about getting to the ship. You know, you can run and get into the ship before it takes off. Another thing is, mistake you make is, I'm going to get a flight down to Miami and jump on my cruise ship.
Because I want to save some money. I do not want to pay for that hotel room. Do you know how much hotel rooms in Miami cost?
Exactly. And I'm going to
They're
book
high.
my flight the day of the cruise.
Right. That's what we're going to do.
And all of a sudden that gets canceled. It gets delayed. Oh, it's not going to show up till 6. The boat leaves at 4. Don't do that.
ain't waiting on you.
I'm telling you, do not do that. And the same thing is after a cruise. Don't book a 9 a.m. flight back home.
No, don't do that.
Because you're not going to be there.
We have actually experienced that, not us ourselves personally, but we were on a ship that was delayed due to weather, and you should have seen the line at customer service for the night before,
Yeah.
up until that day up, lined up for hours.
Yeah, we were driving, so it didn't bother us. It didn't affect us. But I'm gonna tell you what, there's a lot of people sweating. A lot of people sweating, and if you did not book your flight through the cruise, then you're in a world of hurt.
And that's also another choice that you can make. It's not always the best deal to book it through the
Right.
cruise, but it is guaranteed if you do that.
There are certain guarantees.
So if
that's
you're
right.
nervous Nelly and if you're nervous Susie,
Yeah, Susie,
yeah.
Sister Susie.
If you're nervous Nelly and you're like, I want to make sure that everything is secured, and you can either book through Carnival or you can buy travel insurance.
That's right.
And that way you'll know that, hey, if my flight gets delayed or whatever, it may possibly be reimbursed if I have to book another flight.
Yeah, at
but
least
that's another fight.
Maybe
so.
they can get us on another plane.
Yeah.
Plane anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't do that. Just don't cut it close. Go in the day before. If you're driving, I understand if you're driving, you're right next to a port. That's one thing. But if you're having to fly, I would go in the day before, get your hotel room, and that way no.
Yeah, and when you're leaving, just book your flight later in the evening or the next day if you want to do that. We usually just book ours later in the evening.
Yeah, usually after 12.
Yeah, definitely after 12. And another thing too is we are one of those people that drives straight to the port the day of. But because we don't live that far from a port, but we do make sure we leave in plenty enough time. So if we have a flat tire or whatever, we always get our car checked, we get the oil change, we have everything ready to go by the time we leave. So hopefully there's no unexpected things to happen. I'm not saying you couldn't have an accident, you definitely could, but as long as you're leaving plenty enough time, you should be okay when you're driving.
Don't make that mistake. Don't make the mistake. Another mistake. You're going to usually Mexico, Caribbean, you're not in the United States, and you don't call your bank and tell them, hey, I'm going to spend all this money at this port. And all of a sudden they shut your credit card down because they're like, ooh, this is fraudulent. You might want to call your bank and say, hey, I'm going to be out of town this date to this date. Everything is okay.
Right. If you plan on using your card in port. And there are some nice things you can buy in port that you may not have enough cash for, so just be prepared for that.
Yeah, and most of the time I try to take cash with me because I'm a little sketchy about giving somebody my card.
But your jewelry stores, Pandora stores.
I'm sketchy. I'm saying they sketchy.
Yeah, he's sketchy.
They sketchy, and I'm like, I don't want to give nobody sketchy my card.
Anyway, your jewelry stores, that type of thing, it's okay. You can use your card. These
in the ports for sure.
Right. These ships are not going to these ports where there's a lot of fraudulent things that happen. Anytime it could happen, even here in the U.S. I got my card shut down the other day. I didn't even get a notification over $1 hold from Google Play Services. Went to pay at the doctor's office, declined. So it happens. It happens.
It does. All right. One more.
What else?
I have one more.
What you got?
Pretty big one.
What you got?
Not planning your day out. Oh, I'm saying it's one thing if you're just going to go, I'm going to lay out today. That's planning your day. You know what you're doing that day. But don't just say, I'm going to wander. I'm going to wander because you're going to miss something.
Yeah, there's a lot. We've discussed this before. There is a lot to do on the ship, especially in on the ship and in the ports. I mean, both
Yep.
of them. There's a lot to do, and if you just head out the door with no plan, you're just going to end up sitting by the pool, which may be your jam. That's all right. If sitting by the pool and eating, that sounds pretty good, actually.
But well, the thing is, it's different because we've been on ships multiple times. We know what we like to do. We know what we're going to do. We know how to plan our stuff out. We still plan our stuff out.
Yeah.
But we kind of, we give it a little. I mean, we have leadway. It's not like I'm going to do this. But we're saying I'm going to lay out by the pool today. I'm going to make time for this. I'm going to make time for that.
Because the day will get away from you
Quick.
like that. It will. And participate. There's so much fun things to do. And you might be a little shy. You might be like, oh, I'm not going to go do that. Do it. Do it. You will be surprised at what you find is fun. And enjoy yourself. I mean, you're not going to see these people again. Who cares if you do? Enjoy yourself. Have a good time.
That's right. And don't just sit up in your cabin. Make a plan and get after it.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, so the last thing, now this is not the last thing, obviously. There's tons of things that you can make mistakes with. But one of the biggest things to me is do your research. Watch YouTube videos. You can go to the websites of Carnival or Royal or these ports, the places, the excursions, whatever you're going to do. Real people are doing these YouTube videos. Watch them. They're going to tell you the realness. I promise you. Don't make the mistake of not researching where you're going, what you want to do, specific excursions that you're going to book. Research them. And the best way to do that is through YouTube with people just like us.
Yeah, and look at the ship, the specific ship you're going on, and hey, it might not be your cup of tea. It's like, I don't really like that, so I want to go to this.
Right. And we're not getting paid for this, so we're going to give you the real tea.
That's right. All right, it's time for the He Said, She Said.
Yep.
And it is what? What is the He Said, She Said today, baby?
It is, how should you book your excursions?
Ooh.
As a first-time cruiser.
Is it a mistake to book on your own, or is it a mistake not to book with the cruise ship? That's the question. So, what do you think?
I feel like first-time cruisers, now, even second-time cruisers, should definitely book through the ship. That's my opinion. The ship will not leave without you. If you book through the ship, if you book through
you're late,
the
that's what
cruise
you're
line, I'm saying the ship,
Yeah.
book through the cruise line. If the excursion is late, delayed, there's a flat, you're on an ATV and the thing gets flipped over, they're not going to leave you.
Nope.
So it would be a scary thing to me as a first-time cruiser to book any other way other than through the cruise line. Do what's safe. I mean, you're just getting started in this.
Yes,
Right?
Exactly. I would say even if you don't book an excursion and you just go out on your own, we always make it back to the ship at least an hour before it's time to to leave. And you got to make sure you put your doggone watch on ship time.
Yes.
Ship time.
So, would you book an excursion?
I'm gonna be honest. I have enjoyed the Carnival excursions. I really have, and I would do them again. I would do it again because some of them take you to places you just ain't gonna normally get to, and I'd be a little nervous with this old boy over here taking me way out in the jungle.
So, as a first-time cruiser,
As
you
a
definitely would not
first-time
book
cruiser,
otherwise,
I would
except
not
for the
book an
cruise line.
excursion
We agree.
on
We
the first
agree.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as a first-time cruiser, if I wasn't going to book an excursion, I would believe I would be okay to go out and look around locally.
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of
for
thing,
sure.
Without an excursion, and just make sure I got back on time.
Yeah, we're just saying.
But as far as an excursion goes, yeah, I would book because there's independent companies out there that are way cheaper than a cruise ship, and it might be a very reputable company, but we don't know that. You don't know that. You like
Yeah, so I
just
think
don't know.
I think we're agreeing on this. So we're just saying until you get your feet wet, you know what you're going to be doing on these cruises, and you feel comfortable, just book through the cruise line just for safety.
That's right.
That's our opinion.
There it is.
And we agree.
That's it. Until next time.
Don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up and the notification bell so you can get more cruise tips.
That's right.
And join our lives on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Well, there you go. So
Bye,
until
guys.
next time, see you later.